This is me pushing out my comfort zone, trying something totally new. Out, recording, heading down to the beach. It's a bit breezy and windy, trying to get away from the traffic on the road. So hopefully this isn't picking up too much of the sound. So on this channel, I've been pushing my comfort zone in terms of self-development, self-improvement, learning and growing and understanding why I think the way I do, why I feel the way I do, and how my action and behaviours and patterns are all interlinked. Now, if you've been following for a while, you'll know that I've pivoted my career from being a qualified accountant working on large transformation programs to retraining to become a rapid transformational coach and a rapid transformational therapist with Marissa Peer in her training school. And earlier in 2025, I also completed a clinical hypnotherapy course. Now, I'm trying to get the gimbal to work, so you're actually getting me and the kind of scenery as we sort of navigate. Hopefully it's not too bouncy. Okay, so I'm going to try and tilt the screen so you can start seeing the scene that I'm seeing. This is the road down towards the beach. There's a castle. It's Ravenscraig Castle here in Kirkcaldy on the east coast of Scotland. And then this is the amazing view that we're just going to go and navigate shortly. It just shows that in Scotland we do get wind, we do get sunshine, and it is spectacular. But people always remember the rain rather than that we get magnificent weather like this as well. Okay, and as I was walking down on the road, by the side of the road, I actually saw some squirrels. I'm not sure we're going to see some today, but there's certainly some round about here, so something to bear in mind for future recordings. So hopefully this doesn't create too much of a shadow. I'm going to go and sit down on one of the benches over there. I'm going to go and sit down there, and I'm going to record a talking head video, but I'm just wanting to do some footage as I'm walking, heading down towards the bench. So, pushing my comfort zone. For me, the end of 2025 was all about reconnecting with my fun, with my joy, with my contentment. Doing stuff that pushed my comfort, took away that kind of ick feeling of, do I want to be the one walking around with a gimbal, with a little portable device, recording, and people thinking, oh, what is she doing? And this is where the mindset shifts that I've been making and the identity shifts that I've been making is like, so what? There's only a small percentage of people that would feel comfortable doing this, and those are the people that have been doing it for a while. Everyone else is a beginner, so we all have to start somewhere. Yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable. I was wanting to do the recording where I was actually, a car was just passing by, letting it go by. I was wanting to do the videos in a way that I was more in control. I had an environment which was, you can hear the seagulls in the background, where I could direct the position of the camera, and I am a bit cautious when I'm walking especially if there's leaves on the ground and there is water or moss. There's quite a bit of moss here, as you can see, on the ground. So it can be a bit tricky to navigate. So this area is where people come to walk their dogs or have their lunch breaks or just get away from the hustle and bustle. So more cars navigating down this road. So you're probably hearing the sound of it. I thought I was going to time it and people were going to be away and not be here for lunch breaks. But anyway, this is the park I used to come and do my boot camps in the morning, Monday, Wednesday and Fridays. For about 4 or 5 years, I used to come down here 6:15 in the morning until 7. And there was a group of us. We had an amazing instructor. And we were out in the elements, all weathers. Rain, wind, snow, sleet, heat waves. We saw some amazing sunrises. But this is the area where we used to come in shield when it was raining really, really heavy. Obviously, during the winter months, there's no leaves on the trees. However, it still enabled us to do the exercises a little bit shielded from the wind and the torrential rain, because it was shielded a wee bit by this little bank of hill. So, as I was mentioning, gorgeous, beautiful day today. The purpose of this footage is more for me to get comfortable walking, talking, recording myself, seeing what the sound is, if is the mic too close, is it not close enough, is it picking it up. I've adjusted the settings a little bit so it's actually hopefully not picking too much of the background noise. And this is the view from when you get down to the path and you can actually see the sea. It's not calm, but it's not as choppy as it could be. And then you can start seeing some of the ruins from Ravenscraig Castle, and maybe one day I'll go up there and we'll do some footage from up there, but for now we're just going to have it as our backdrop. So we've got a bit of a historical and nature kind of ambience as I record this footage, and then you can actually see some other buildings at the bottom end of the park. So this is the Pathhead Beach part, and then there is the Ravenscraig Park. This was a good little experiment to try out and see how the new little device is working and how does the sound and the Sundance Sea. Feeling super proud of myself for pushing the comfort zone out and trying something new and taking advantage of the beautiful sunny day. Yes, it is a bit fairly chilly and it is windy, but sunny and bright, and getting an opportunity to come out here in nature and do something I've never done before. So yeah, pat on the back for me. And this is about reconnecting with joy, finding what brings a smile to your face, and don't think about what other people are going to think. Don't put that anywhere near your mindset. Focus on what's going to bring you joy. As long as you're not creating any harm to anyone else, as long as you're being kind and compassionate and loving to yourself, and if that means trying something new and seeing what works, what doesn't work. And it's about, reconnecting with that inner child, the wonder, the enjoying a day where the sun is out and It lifts your spirits, it shifts your mood, it shifts your perspective. And this is it. We can choose to stay in a low vibe mood, or we can shift the way that we view things. It's the meaning that we attach to the stories. And we are all capable. We are all capable of changing. We are all capable of doing the inner work. We are all capable of pushing our comfort zone, of trying something new. I have no idea what those birds are. I can recognise the seagulls, but other than that, I have no idea. But if you do know, let me know in the comments below. This is about seizing the day, taking an action that is going to bring joy, contentment, fulfillment into your life, and experimenting, trying something, seeing is it going to live up to the expectation? Is it going to surpass the expectation? Because at the end of the day, time's going to pass, and you might as well do something for the time to pass and for you to assess whether you have enjoyed that time passing. Have you learnt something? Have you experimented? Have you connected with joy? Have you... whatever. This is Tanya in full swing, trying to do the tourist nature walking, and at the same time paying attention to the leaves on the ground, making sure I'm not going to slip and trip. And this is it, where focus goes, energy flows. And it's about focusing on the desired outcome, which is to have fun, to enjoy the experience, to accomplish something. And this is steps. I could go up that way, which would get me up quicker, but then it means I don't get to see the amazing views. So we're going to opt for this slow meander up the hill, and maybe in doing so we might actually get to see some squirrels or some other nature, but we'll see. And as I get more comfortable going out and about using this device, then I'm going to, hopefully this changes things up a little bit, rather than you just seeing a talking head, me in my living room or me in my study. You get a new vantage point, a new direction, something more interesting to see in the hills across the water. That's the Pentland Hills over Edinburgh. So for those of you not familiar with Scotland, this is us on the east coast. You can see a faint outline on the backdrop there, and that is Edinburgh and West Lothian, or maybe it's East Lothian. My west and east, my left and right are not my kind of strong suit. Yeah, beautiful sunny day. That's the bench down there that we did the other video recording. Reconnect with joy. Find your inner contentment. And for those of you maybe wondering, is this going to start becoming more of a travel sightseeing vlog? The short answer is no. I love to talk, as you've probably gathered by now if you've followed any of the content. It's all about self-development, self-improvement, and loving yourself unconditionally and fiercely, and becoming the version of you that prioritizes you, that meets your needs, that lets you show up for yourself authentically, consistently. But what we're going to do is, oh, there's a bird. But what we're going to do is try and change it up a wee bit. Rather than just doing the talking head indoors, I'm going to try and do some walking ones. Hopefully there isn't too much panting being picked up by the mic as I am navigating this incline, which is not particularly steep. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Give myself credit for getting up here. And about reconnecting with our inner child, wonder and beauty of the world around us, and giving you an opportunity to see a little bit of my local town. And time to say goodbye.